awful lot of feed in here. Morning, folks. My name's Chris. I'm the Rusty Caveman. We're sitting out in the gazebo because the wife is still snoring in the cabin, and I can see that when we put this thing away today, we got a lot of cleanup to do. The chickens have had their way with the place, so there's going to be a little bit of cleanup. I'm going to have to hose a lot of things off. But that's the way of chickens. I've had a lot of people asking about what the inside of our cabin looks like. It's a 10 by 16 storage unit. I bought about, I guess we're coming up on 10 years now. I've had 5 or 6 different iterations of how I've done the inside. What you just saw was the result of a big change up that we did. It's right over there, by the way. A big change up that we did I guess about 4.5 years ago when we first moved down here from Michigan. Moved back home. The homestead or the farm, the house is Mom and Dad's is about 150 feet behind you. Anyway, it is insulated. The dog ripped up the insulation that was at the bottom of the door. So all the videos you've seen where the door has got the shredded base, that's what it is. We've just been waiting until it gets cold to fix it. So hopefully that's one of the things we'll get done in the next couple of days. I got the tractor back, as you saw in one of the other videos. I dug out the base of where the extension on the side of the cabin is going to go, in the front porch section, where that's going to go. I dug that out. We did lift the cabin up. That was quite a bit more difficult than I expected it to be. Get down. Come on, get down. You're not drinking my coffee. It's not happening. No. Mine. Anyway, I got most of that done. The digging done yesterday. We dumped the dirt over here. There's an old barn that's over in this corner that is working well on caving in. She's the one that gets into everything. Anyway, so I moved the dirt over. I've got to put the fence behind the barn, and it's a mess. We're using the bank has eroded away into the gully quite a bit over the last 40 years or so. Dad and I have been using, well, mostly Dad has been using tires to reinforce the bank. Yeah, you put the tires in, you cover them with dirt. Sometimes you pound in some T-posts to stabilize everything. You add some more tires, add some more dirt, add some more posts, and we've managed to stabilize the bank for the most part, but it's got a lot of dips and dives in it. So a lot of the dirt that was from the where I was getting the cabin in, the warehouse in, where I brought that in, a lot of that dirt I am bringing around bucket load by bucket load and dumping over here to kind of fill that in a little bit more and to level it so that I can put a fence across it. The fence will eventually go that way to the line, property line, that way to the road, and then catch up with the fence that's already on the road, that line. There's a piece over here I need to tie together where we drive in to our little section. That needs to be tied in, and I need to put a gate over there and a small piece tying in the top side of Dad's garden to that fence that goes along the road. And at that point, this section will be enclosed completely with the 4-inch square fence, which will hold in the dogs, but will let the other smaller creatures in and out without a problem. The chickens are over at the door of the cabin, wanting in. They know that that's where me and the wife go in and out of, so they go over there and they wait, and hopefully somebody will come out and give them food. They also know that the dog food is inside the cabin, and they learned how to use the doggy door pretty quickly, and that became a problem. So anyway, I didn't show much of the ceiling of the cabin. The screen door came off last night and got hung up in the top. It's a small place. There's not a whole lot of room in there. We've optimized it as much as we possibly can. We do have a functional kitchen. I showed the water tank up top. We fill that from the family hose about once every month and a half to 2 months average. It's a 35-gallon tank. It's gravity fed to the sink. I can gravity feed it other places, but at the moment the sink is all we have. For a drain, we have a 5-gallon bucket underneath the sink, and we dump the gray water basically on the landfill that we have here. Other bodily functions end up inside. I don't have a toilet in here. I don't have a septic system or anything like that. Most likely I will have to put something in the next couple of years, but for the moment we're getting by just comfortably. I keep looking around because I see all these projects that I need to work on, and it's like a never-ending chore list. But it is. We got a 1948 8N or 9N tractor. Probably hasn't moved in 3 years. I need to get it fired up the next couple of days so that I can clean around it, mow around it, make sure everything works. It does need a fluid change for the transmission, which is, I think, is 7 gallons of I can't remember if it's transmission fluid or 90 weight oil. I'll have to look it up again. Anyway, it needs a fluid change. My tractor service was done when it was in for repair, and it's running great. Thank you again to Reasoners. Other than that, what you see behind me is the pond, the dike of the pond. One of the things I've noticed is the water seems to be a little bit lower than it should be this time of year, so I'm wondering if some of the beaver damage has worked its way through the dike. I'll have to double check and see what I can find there. At some point we'll have to drain that pond and redig it. It's over the last 40 years or so, 50 years or so, it has filled in quite a bit from the silt from the hills behind me. So anyway, doing a for the videos. I very much appreciate the comments. I enjoy the interaction. I do the videos because I enjoy doing them. I do the videos because I want to share what I'm doing, share my interests. I do have friends in Michigan, and a lot of times this is the only way they see what's going on here. But I want to do a shout out to Ernie Hatmaker. She did a shout out for me on her channel, which is a much larger channel, by the way, last Sunday. I very much appreciate it. Thank you very much. If you haven't had the opportunity, I strongly recommend you go and check out her channel. It is Ernie Hatmaker. Can't talk today. She's got some gardening stuff. She's got a lot of fun little stuff. She has all kinds of energy. It's It's just a fun channel to watch. She's got a parrot, or a macaw, or I don't know, some bird. Anyway, that's fun to watch as well. So please go to her channel and watch it. It's fun. It's worth it. Enjoy it. Patty Fish has also been commenting quite a bit on my videos. Thank you very much. The African Lion. Now there's another channel that's kind of interesting. I'm not exactly sure where he's at, but I think he's a little bit south of me. But it's another one of those nice channels. It's got a little bit of everything going on, and check it out. It's interesting. Anyway, those are the big ones I wanted to say thank you to, because they've been commenting a lot, and I really appreciate it. Mom's chicks are doing well. They managed to knock down a little bit of that screen that I had between the two halves of their brooder pen, which is fine. I figured when they got big enough they would be able to do that. It happened faster than I thought it would. So I went ahead and folded back a portion of that so they can go into the outer section. Since they have not been socialized as much, as soon as I take the tarp off, they run to the other side, and so I have to go to the other side, check on them as they go running back to the tarp side. So that may be a challenge later when I integrate them with the rest of the chickens, because obviously they have been very well socialized, because I am surrounded by them. And I hope that these 6 integrate well and socialize with them. Would you please? No, that's not an invitation to come over here. Anyway, biggest goals for this particular video was I wanted to show the inside of the cabin, a little bit more of my morning routine, chores, have a little chat. That's pretty much it. I'll mix in here a little bit of the work I did yesterday. It was off and on raining, so I didn't try to record. But like I said, I dug out the pad that the additions for the cabin will go on. I did some fill and digging work behind the barn over there, which you can't see. Over by where I dug out the ramp off the road for the warehouse, I did some brush busting. I'll show that a little bit later on. It's a little foggy right now, and it's a little chilly. I think I'm going to go in. I'm going to sit down in my chair and just kind of pet the cat and drink some coffee. Anyway, my name's Chris. I'm the Rusty Caveman. Hope you enjoyed the video. It's a little different than what I normally do. Again, Ernie, thank you very much. Appreciate the shout out. Patty, African Lion, I enjoy the comments. I appreciate them very much. Thank you very much. If you do like these videos, please subscribe. I think I'm up to a whole 101. I tend to bounce between 98, 101, 102, 100, go back and forth. I'd really like to see that number grow. I've been doing videos for 2 years now. I have about got about 140, of which about 120, 125 are public. I also do videos for, like, I'm a mason. That's been evident in a lot of my videos. And we do an apple butter restaurant. It's not public, but it's just one of the other things that I do. And I have another channel called The Rusty Caveman in the Driver's Seat. And when I go on trips, I basically take the GoPro, I clip it to the dashboard right in front of me, and I set it on time lapse. And so you get to see, well, I've got a couple in queue now, but basically it's about 2 hours and 15 minutes of drive time condensed down to, I think it's 12 minutes is what it came to. And it's cool. You get to see a lot of Appalachian countryside from the road. I've got one video that's I haven't pushed out yet. That's a trip to Huntington, which for us is about an hour and 15 minutes away. But it's your typical Appalachian road. There's no straight. It's constant zigzag. And if you're into that kind of thing, and the videos make it feel like you're on a roller coaster, because it's zigging, zagging up and down and all over the place. Videos are a lot of fun. If you get a moment, check them out. They're worth it. They're all time lapse, so they're all pretty short for the most part. If you have problems with ziggy-zaggy screens, then I'd skip it, because that's all we have down here is zigzag roads. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I absolutely love being home. It presents its challenges. One of the chickens tried to jump up onto the chair on the part of the handle that's curved, and it's just damp enough she couldn't get a grip on it, so she kept sliding. And she jumped off, and she puffed off like she was all mad. I don't know if you can see these two. Anyway, they're a lot of fun. Alright, I'll try to sign out again. Y'all have a good day. For me, the day's just starting. It's Thursday. I'll have this video edited, and it will be pushed up tomorrow. So you should be able to see it tomorrow morning, which for you would be Friday. And we'll take it from there. Have a good day. Bye. There's nothing like the joy of wanton destruction. Ripping some of this stuff out by the roots. This is probably not the best way to use your tractor, but it's fun. That tree is actually laying on its side. I've ripped it by the roots too, but it fell back on top of the tractor. You can see where the original mowed line was. The dirt that's missing here is what's sitting beside the cab, or behind the barn, the old barn. Got all that left to do. We got this project smoothed out a little bit. Got a little more rock to put in, maybe right there. A little more rock to put in toward the end. Come spring, I'll coat this whole thing with straw or hay and seed it, get it coming back up. All the trees and all the brush that are along that line, along the road, next year, I hope is coming out. This whole section right here, there's a swale that I put in to move the water away behind this. It's about 150 yards back. Not even that. Anyway, so all of this, including these cedar trees, this big, I don't know, whatever it was, almost looks like a peach, but it doesn't produce anything. All of these are going to get ripped out like I started right there. So every time I'm here with the tractor, I'll just knock a few feet in and rip some trees out and let them lie. And as they die and rot, I'll just push them off to the side until I have cleared this whole section out. And then this is where the new, hopefully the new general store will sit. That's the goal anyway. And if you look back at my videos, you see the video where me and Dad put in this fence. Actually, I think there was 2 videos for that. We had a problem with college kids and young kids coming through and hitting mailboxes with a bat. So I had that old chunk of an oak tree, the crotch of an oak tree. Carved that out, shoved the mailbox into it, burn it so it lasts a little longer. Came out here, dug a hole, and that thing weighs just about as much as my tractor can carry. Dropped it in there and filled the gap with concrete. They can hit that thing all day long with a baseball bat and it won't make a difference. So far it's worked really well. It's been a couple of years. You can see the fence going down the road. We'll eventually tie back into that. And that's it. So at this point, I believe I'm going to go ahead and just close out this video, get it prepped, and get the editing done on it and get it taken care of. And you will have it available tomorrow morning if it uploads in time. Internet here is pretty slow, but it's better than it used to be. So anyway, that's it. Rusty Caveman, have a great day.